Welcome to Verbal Pick Radio, where we give you a verbal image of life, and we are everyday people. Got an interesting topic we getting ready to discuss, and got my partner Mike in the building, and he's going to shed some light on this new unfolding information, man, that I think, man, that we need to know and we need to understand, and then we need to tie ourselves into this. And when I say ourselves, I mean us as a people. Got Low Key in the building as usual. What's up, Low Key?
Hey, what's going on, Brother Black?
Oh, man, you know how we do it, man. We keep it rolling, though. But I'd like to introduce Brother Mike. Mike, how you feeling, bro?
Pretty good, Cole. How you doing, bro?
Oh, man, I don't have no complaints, man. Actually, I'm enjoying the day, man, and enjoying these times. Because this is a time of the awakening. This is a time of knowledge, man. People are rising up consciously, meaning as in knowledge daily. So, man, it's a good thing to know. And brothers such as yourself. Now, on this thing, the new information on Antarctica, and as you were stating that it went back into the 80s, right?
Yes.
And in the 80s, was it the C-130s or they discovered a ice sheet that surrounds Antarctica, which I did hear at one time, and Richard Belfell, rest in peace, told me at one time that there were people living inside the Earth, but through the North Pole and the South Pole was the entranceway into the core of the Earth, from what I was understanding.
Right.
But they had the ice sheets around Antarctica, and can you give us more insight on that?
Well, they've been sending a lot of expeditions to Antarctica and basically been covering them up, saying that they've been doing scientific explorations and digging for oil and things of that nature. But you got all of these different countries over there, and it just has been revealed that they found what they call a lost civilization.
Lost in Antarctica.
In Antarctica. Up under the ice. Big pyramids bigger than the ones in Giza.
That is interesting. Now, could that be... And the only reason why I'm asking this is because they've been looking for Atlantis for a while. Could that be a connection? But now, no, you know what? Throughout the planet, certain land masses are starting to rise up, man. Water is coming up out of the water, you know? And so, yeah, it might be this time. You know, things are being discovered, new things, and, you know, and from what I'm understanding, that what was discovered in Antarctica has warm water, vegetation, and life. And so...
Exactly. And also, that's what they've been trying to put in, global warming and all this kind of stuff. Basically, they've been trying to keep this hidden.
Right.
Because they claim they don't want panic and this, that, and the other. But what it really is they don't want to admit that it's a higher civilization than what we have. So,
but from your understanding, Obama, some of the presidents had actually visited Antarctica.
Yes, they have. Now I'm trying to figure out why are they going over there.
Right. What meaning because we know that how America treats that when they first encounter something new, how they treat those people. Are they coming friendly? Are they coming to bring peace, or are they trying to take over the resources? Or, you know, will they make it widespread for the public to view and see what these people look like? Do these people have books and artifacts that's dating back that ties them to civilization, or did they once live on the planet and then sought refuge within Antarctica? Or were they the ones that some say that when Mars was losing its planet, that they came and created a civilization within the core of the Earth? And then for Brother O'Kenna, I'm not sure though, but now there's a story that Dr. York put out on Yahoo, and was saying that when he was talking about the people, I think he called them the Chinooks, who lives in the core of the Earth. and one day that they would surface, but they would, I believe, it's stated that they would surface when the consciousness of the people came to a certain level where they could feel it would be safe to come out. So obviously, then that obviously the consciousness of man had to be worked on in order for, meaning that, like you said, if they are of highly intelligent beings, then they could pick up on a vibratory frequency of the people that's above the planet.
Right.
And I guess they saying, well, when it gets to be a percentage of peace or that they can deal with them, then they resurface.
Exactly, and this basically, like, all the elite people with money, they know about it. They know about it, and not only that, you have to go back to when they talk about the fallen angels.
Right.
They were cast onto the earth, and they were also cast into the earth.
Okay, cool.
So it could possibly be tied into that also.
Right.
And that's why they're trying to cover it up. Well, this is just a scientific exploration. But I mean, okay, well, first of all, what are you exploring?
Right.
And how come you haven't found anything yet?
Right.
This has been going on for years.
Okay.
But people are really starting to pay attention to it now. And not only that, the ice is melting at an alarming rate.
Mm-hmm. Uh-huh.
So,
So that means that so we getting ready to have a resurface of these people, and I'm wondering what. This is on Antarctica's ancient alien underground. Now this is on YouTube. If you Google Antarctica ancient alien underground. And actually, it almost looks like it's in the shapes of a swastika, but we all know that the swastika is come from the Aryan nation in India, which is their original cross. So don't get alarmed when you say thinking it's something Nazi. Actually, Hitler took it from them. But yeah, this is interesting, and I'd like to know. You know what I mean? I want to see what's going on, but I'll be on YouTube checking it out.
Pyramids.
And they got pyramids. Well, and look, you can see, and as far as YouTube, the pyramids that's in Antarctica, that's in the core of it.
They also have a mission on YouTube. It's like a clip of 9 minutes and like 47 seconds. It's an actual clip where the Army or the Air Force, they're flying in Antarctica, and they're flying right over these gigantic pyramids.
In Antarctica.
In Antarctica.
So that means we were everywhere.
Everywhere. Now they just discovered in the Bermuda Triangle, it's pyramids under the water.
In the Bermuda.
In the Bermuda Triangle, big ass pyramids underwater. Pyramids in China.
Oh man,
yeah.
So the joke. The joke is on us, man.
It is.
mean, and the reason why I say that is, and no due to our own fault, but man, everything was created and is surrounded by us, but we the last to figure it out.
Right. And see, by man doing all this with the test tubes, and now he's splicing animals and stuff together and doing all this, man has taken over in his mind that he's God.
Well, mankind. But you know what though? Mankind is the God of the grafted or artificial world. That's why we catching so much hell.
Gotcha.
We can't beat him in his realm because he can eat those foods that he can eat grafted foods, GMOs. Right. But original man or natural man can't handle none of that. Eat that stuff. You putting something artificial into the natural, and it's not going. Until we start building out of. Until we come together and build something for ourselves that's natural.
Like when Chris Rock was talking about, our people being lactose intolerant. And, he was cracking jokes on it, but then, later on in life, I, found out about this milk that comes from cows, how bad it is for the body. And so that was just us having a natural defense for something we wasn't supposed to be drinking in the first place.
I heard that people in Africa don't something about milk, or they don't have the lactose or something. I got to go back and research that though. But since we've been on their diet, we get lactose intolerant.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like we weren't supposed to drink it no way.
Right.
But the people in Africa wasn't drinking milk.
Right.
But then again, South Africa ain't no telling what. Yeah, they've been colonized too.
But we the only mammals that drink milk after we done breastfeeding. We're the only ones that do that. The only ones. And we're not drinking breast milk. We're drinking animal milk.
God.
Right.
Yeah, I'm sitting here watching this, man. It's interesting. Oh, man, I just saw the plane shoot by pyramids in Antarctica
that they've been trying to hide from us, but you can't hide it any longer. You can't hide it.
Nah.
You just like when they did that interview with NASA. They had this white boy that had worked for NASA for 41 years. And he was telling this white lady was giving him an interview. And he explained to him when she asked him about the particular beings that he saw.
Yeah.
On these spaceships.
Right.
Yeah. The white lady act like she was shocked when she asked him, well, describe how they look. And he told her they were black.
They were black. Yeah. And
well,
she was
I understand.
mean dark?
Well, I understand that they were dark.
Yeah, she said no.
They were black.
They were black. Yeah, definitely. That's what and she told him, no, they were black. You know what I mean? And she was shocked, and then she said, well, how tall were they? He said a conservative guess would be 7 feet tall.
A conservative estimate. That's right.
But from Elijah Muhammad teachings, he said they 9 feet. You know, he talked about the people on Mars. They finally getting a chance to see it. See them do those NASA space expeditions. But hey, it's that time. But so that means then that think about it. Okay, so that means then if let's say 50% of black people who, and I'm not saying that was brought from Africa to enslave, they enslaved all indigenous in America. So then let's say if 50% of those who used to have a slave mind now have a conscious or a free mind, then how would that change the dynamics of the thinking on the planet? You know what I mean?
Heat up.
It's gonna heat up?
Yeah, first of all, planet's gonna heat up. That's why you were saying that over there it's heating up in Antarctica.
Right.
And, symbolically, our ancestors would say that the kundalini of the planet is awakened. What they call in the times. It's the it's kind of like fire, that element, it purifies. So when they talk about the lake of fire and hell and Hades and these particular concepts, they're talking about purification. They're talking about the GMO, the plastic, and things that correspond with that. Whether they're talking about whatever type of entity we're talking about, that's going to peter on out. That's going to get purified on out, and we taking the best parts with us, like the 5% was saying.
That's right. We taking the best part with us.
And just right. I can elaborate on that also. The planet is heating up. Now you got white folks going to the doctor, getting melanin injections.
Yeah,
melanin costs more than gold, per ounce.
Yeah, melanin.
But then you look at the movie Blade. They call them the daywalkers.
Right.
The vampires who could walk out in the sun without the sun burning them.
Right.
But look at the modern day vampires. Look at when you go in the store now. Back in the day, you used to only see maybe SPF 15 or 20. Now you got SPF 50, 60.
It's getting heated. But now, let me ask you, but in Blade, did the daywalker have to take something in order to walk in the sun?
Well, they had this patch. It was like a makeup type of thing they put on their skin, but it had that SPF in there, so the sun wouldn't affect them. Yeah. And then that way you can revert that back to the scripture where it says that I give you the sun to guide you by day as a gift
That's right.
to guide you by day, and the moon to guide you by night.
That's right.
Have you ever gotten a gift and it caused harm to you?
No, not at all. That sun is wonderful, bruh. Yeah. That causes water, food, vegetation. Right. You know, all praises be to Allah for the sun. That's you know,
the way that some of these people is out here looking, man. You know, they need is SPF 100. They looking.
Well, that's basically
sun
gonna be next.
Bad. Yeah, they looking
because
bad.
they know the planet's getting hotter. Skin cancer is raising up.
Yeah, it is. Mm-hmm. It is.
You know, I mean, look at them when they stay in the sun.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know, when I was in the Navy, white boy fell asleep in the sun. Damn near died.
Yeah. Had to
rush him to the hospital.
Yeah.
Put IVs in him and everything else.
That's like, that's like them scales, man. That's like a fish. You put him on the beach and let that sun cook him. You know, you gotta throw him back in the water.
Exactly. Right. Exactly.
So, well, hey, how can I say? And it's not bashing. It's just the fact that after being up under oppression for over 400 years, to where we held back the truth because we didn't want to hurt others' feelings. But nobody held back the truth or cared or even had any consideration towards our feelings. So we finna let you have it. You know, maybe it's in the Bible says the truth says set you free. So actually we want to free you with the truth. So yeah, that sun, it don't seem like it's your best friend.
Right. Exactly.
You know what I mean? From my viewpoint, you know. And so that dispels the liars that be on YouTube who saying that the ancient Egyptians was blonde hair and blue eyes. Impossible. They wouldn't even last that long.
Right. Exactly.
The same sun still sitting in the sky today that was there yesterday. But even though as we get more information on Nibiru, the sun, as they now claim there's two suns in the sky, but I see one, but we'll do further research on that, you know, if that's an actual fact. But the fact is, the one that I do see is causing the hell by itself.
And that you can also relate how the white folks are really close to reptilians. They're cold-blooded creatures. That's one reason why they explain that they can't stay in the sun that long, but they love the cold weather. I ain't seen white boys diving in snow with no shirt on, go to football games, stay out there all day. No shirt on, no nothing.
Get in that heat, though. Tearing their ass up. Right. So that means then two things giving them hell. The sun and OJ. OJ gave me hell. Right. OJ gave me.
Celebrating all over again.
All over again. Folks were barbecuing, man, when OJ got out. Man, throwing parties, man. Shamika, when OJ got out, what you do?
Not a bitch
You ain't worried about OJ. Well, you know, you can understand it from sister, though. OJ left a sister for a white woman, though. So then OJ say, I ain't black, I'm OJ.
That's right.
but at least he stepped up.
But it always society never.
She drove him crazy, huh?
Exactly. But you know, society will never let a black man rest.
No.
It's always something. Let's pull something up. Let's try to find this. Let's try to find that. Mm-hmm. But when white folks just outlandishly do things, they don't try to hide it.
No, they forgive it. Look, as we continue until we can't go no more. Still gotta give a shout out, Eden Clothing Line, Johnson the Cook, High Frequency Performance Wear, Low Key Gino, commercial coming soon. Make sure y'all check out Everyday People. The trailer, movie coming out soon, man, and we'll keep giving you information and knowledge to help you throughout your day and into the walk into the future. So definitely spread the word, subscribe, and remember though, serious people, free thinkers, man. That's what we dealing with. People that we can have dialogue and where we can have a conscious, where you can have a conscious decision based on mathematics and science, dealing with whatever topic or whatever we discussing. You know, we like to elevate. You know, even if we, even our joking is conscious and it has mathematics. intertwined within it. So I always check it out to your friends. But yeah, though, Mike, what you was saying, bro?
Also, we will, in the future, be talking about black relationships.
Yeah, come on.
Because the very thing that I'm trying to get, the message that I'm trying to get out to the black woman, the black man is not your enemy.
No.
The black man is not your enemy. And you want to get mad when you see a black man with a woman that's other than black. But you guys, you sisters, always remember this. We came to y'all first.
Yeah. Oh, we got to get into that, man. We got to get into that. We got to get.
Yeah, we understand together. You know, we allies.
We allies.
We loved ones.
Right.
We family. Even if some of us distant relatives. So we got to do it together.
We got to do it together.
Yin and yang.
Yin and yang.
Yin and yang.
But when you say that, but because think about it. If you don't have knowledge of self of who you are, you know what I mean? Then okay, you could understand. But like if you had knowledge of self and you trying to and say you really had feelings, intentions for a female, and you putting time and work into it, but not saying and that she's not elevating to her potential. Is that frustrating?
It's very frustrating. That just also, I understand what's happening now. I didn't understand when I was a younger man. It's just that Satan still has a hold on her, and she don't want to let it go.
Right.
She wants to ride. You can't ride the fence on this.
Okay.
Either you gonna be with a righteous black man, or you gonna be what you with, an unrighteous black man who you even scared to even have a conversation with.
Okay, so that means we got to bring and we'll mark that. We're gonna log this in, because then we have to get a sister to represent, because we can't bring all black men, all women in the world, and then we have a dialogue and rebuttal that, and then like Brother Low-Key said, at the end of it, then we can understand that we are one family,
and we are.
You know what I mean? And we are.
I mean, just if you look at the statistics,
so we got a family feud real quick though to get to the.
You look at the teen pregnancy. Black, I'm not talking about nobody else but the black community. Black teen pregnancy. Black divorce rate. Black homosexuality. I mean, we need to touch on all areas.
Let's talk about it. We need to touch on
all areas. I'm not a homophobic dude. I'm not gay bashing nobody. But we need to realize one thing. And I don't care how religious you are, how close you want to get to your God when you know you're doing wrong in the beginning, because God made Adam and Eve.
Right.
Even the animals procreate.
Come on.
With the male and the female.
Right.
God didn't make Steve and Paul, and he damn sure didn't make Susie and Keisha.
Yeah.
But now we are living under the laws of man. We did away with the laws of God. Now we got transgender bathrooms and all this other crap going on. This one cat, I had to really laugh at what he was saying, because he's a 7 foot tall dude that says he's been a woman all this time, and he feels threatened if he goes to the men's restroom. But you 7 feet tall without shoes on, but you trying to dress like a woman, you throw them heels on. You damn near 7'6". So what are you afraid of?
Right.
You afraid of the sins that you're living in.
Come on, man. Come on. Yeah. Running from his inner self.
And there you go.
Come on, man.
And then they always want to say, well, you don't understand. Well, my God, and well, see, my life partner. I don't care. I asked this one black lady this. Okay, you say you're a lesbian. I got a question. Is it a lifestyle, or is it a fad you're going through right now? Because I've heard plenty of women say,
yeah, it's a fad.
I'm tired of men dogging me out.
Yeah.
So I'm going to see what being with a woman is like.
Yeah.
But let's reverse that role. You done got with your girlfriends, y'all done got prettied up and went out one night. You see a cat at the bar that you like. He turn around and tell you, well, you know what? Tonight's your lucky night. I just stopped having sex with men. let's reverse the role. You finna get up, you finna slam that drink down, get up, you ain't finna pay that brother no mind. But y'all got it in y'all mind when y'all tell a brother that y'all in a relationship with a female, that his mind is automatically thinking, oh, that's sexy. Yeah. But you got brothers that don't think that's sexy.
Right. Good point. That's right. We got. Yeah. Now and this is just an introduction to what's to come in the future, because these topics definitely has to be discussed. I mean, you walk outside your door and you can see with your eyes visually what he's just spoken of through words. So it's definitely a reality out within this planet or wherever you at, and it done spread throughout the planet from no matter where you at on the globe now.
Exactly.
You know,
and I also hear women when they say, "Well, girl, I knew he wasn't gonna be shit when I first met him." Okay, young ladies, let me help you out on that. You keep going to the same source but want different results. That's insanity, black women. It's not gonna change. That cat that you put all your heart and soul in is not gonna change. But a working brother like me, trying to be righteous with you, as soon as you see that I give a damn about you, girl, I got him now.
Yeah, they
finna start fucking him over.
They think you weak now, right, because you looking out for their best interest in heart, and you trying to lay down mathematics to create a solid foundation, and it takes work. It's not something that's just gonna just pop out of the sky. It take planning, coordination, takes time to build, to get to set things in order so you can arrive at harmony and at peace. You don't just meet somebody and then all of a sudden you at peace and at harmony.
Everything that's worth something is gonna take work. It's gonna take work. Nothing is automatic. Relationships take work. But you gotta be willing to work on both sides of the fence, because I myself have been in too many one-way relationships. The worst thing that I ever experienced in my life is being in a relationship with somebody, a young lady that tells you every day that they love you. But then when you really find out they can give a care less about you, then you back at square one.
Right, all that time wasted.
But I just got two questions. Where's Big Mama? And is hindsight really 20/20? Because if you knew better, would you really do better?
Oh, right. Do you have the will to do better? Right.
Or are you going to keep letting these bitter-ass, single black women who don't have nobody keep convincing you that they're the way to go?
Right. You lift your solid foundation to find something that you can't get a grip or good footing in. You're going to slip every time.
I told this one young lady this, and I want all y'all young ladies to understand what I'm getting ready to say. I told this young lady this. I say, you will never be a real man's main gal, but you will always be the next nigga's bitch.
Ooh, man, we gonna win on that. We go there. Hey, we coming back with this one. Relationships 1-on-1 with Mike. We finna put it together. Definitely is going down. We are Verbal Peak Radio. Appreciate the guest, brother Mike, brother Low Key. We out of here.
Yeah.